Welcome to Good morning. This is your first class from me today. This is lesson 163. All right. We will be looking at pages 293 and 294 in your book. There is homework. Actually, because it is Wednesday, I took the homework off. So just so you don't have too much to do. So I went ahead and just took that off, but we're gonna start with Max. So this is the first class with the 6th grade today. I did the countdown with math for the 4th graders. So it says 9, right? But that's not, that was yesterday's number. So let's see what Max thinks it is today. All right, Max. Okay, so what's the number? Are you sure? Max thinks that it's 11. Okay, we're not going up. We don't. Okay, so Max, yesterday it was 9, and now we're going down. We're going backwards. Okay, so what is it? No, we're not multiplying by 2. I don't understand this. So that would be 18 days. 9 times 2 is 18. So we need to subtract by 1 because we're 1 day closer, right? Okay, Max. All right. So 9 minus 8 is, 9 minus 1 is 8. All right. Good job, Max. I helped him out there. All right. So let's write 8 on our board. All right. It's slightly different every single time I do it, but that's how it's going to look for the rest of the day because that's what's going to stay up. Okay, so Max can come over here and he'll sit next to the computer while you guys are working. So we're going to do a rapid calculation drill and then a couple flashcards, and I'll let you go take your speed drill, okay? So this one's all about 5s, okay? I don't remember if I've done this one yet on a video, but that's okay. If I have, just follow and see if you can get it. 5 times 5 plus 5 divided by 5 minus 5 times 5 equals, it's 5. All right, good job. So 5 times 5 is 25, plus 5 is 30, divided by 5 is 6, minus 5 is 1, times 5 is, of course, 5. All right, very good. One more. This one is all about addition and subtraction, so pay attention. 2 plus 2 plus 11 minus 2 plus 5 plus 70 minus 50 plus 31 equals. Did you get 69? Okay, so you should have gotten 69. 2 plus 2 is 4, plus 11 is 15, minus 2 is 13, plus 5 is 18, plus 70 would be 88, minus 50 would be 38, plus 31 would get us 69. Okay, so very good on those. We'll do a couple of these. So 36 divided by 4 is 9, 72 divided by 6, 12, 18 divided by 6, 3, 24 divided by 6, 4. Okay, try a little bit faster. 36 divided by 4, 9, 12, 3, 4. Okay, hopefully you could read all of those. All right, very good. You can pause the video. Go ahead and take your speed drill. It's a minute and a half for that speed drill. When you come back, we're going to jump into some story problems. All right, I hope you did well on that speed drill and did your best. Okay, so this morning we are looking at installment buying, okay? Buying over time, okay? That's how this works. Buying on time is what that says, okay? Installment buying is buying on time. A finance charge is the interest charge for borrowing the money and the service charge for handling the account. This type of buying is called installment buying. Installment buying is buying on time. You get the product such as a car and make equal monthly payments. The payments include interest that is charged for the use of the installment plan. Of course, paying cash is better since you do not have to pay the interest, which may be thousands of dollars. If possible, save money each month before you need the car so that you can pay cash or at least make a large down payment. So credit cards are similar, have a similar idea to installment buying. Credit cards allow us to have an item now and pay for it later. The credit card holder presents the card at the time of the sale and receives the merchandise. Each credit card has a credit line, which is the maximum amount that the card holder can charge. Each month, the credit card company sends a bill to the card holder. A minimum payment is required. However, the wise person pays the debt in full before a high interest rate is charged on the balance, okay? So that's how a credit card works. And so, of course, you guys are not at the age where you would most likely have one of these, even if you were to ever get one. The best thing is to save the money for what you need to buy, and you wouldn't get it right then, but you can at least, like they said, at least make a large down payment instead of putting down, you know, the minimum and then paying a large bill every month and then having to pay all of that interest. And so we're going to be looking at the interest that is going to be on these. But first, we're just going to do a couple of oral story problems from stuff that we did yesterday, or I'm sorry, not yesterday, last week, when we were talking about interest. So Ryan Rogers borrowed $1,000 for 1 year at 8% rate of interest. How much interest was he charged? Okay, so we need to multiply what together? What is our formula for interest? Let me grab that card. Simple interest is I equals P times R times T. So principal times rate times time. And what are we multiplying? 1,000 times 1, which is 1,000, times 0.08, okay? So, $1,000 times 0.08. 8 times, okay, we wouldn't really need to multiply that second zero because we're just going to get zeros. So 2 decimal places, right, gives us how much? 80.00, which would be how many dollars of interest? $80 of interest. Okay, very good. All right, let's see if you can do the next one in your head. You may have done that one in your head, but let's see how well you can do the next one. Alexa Olson borrowed $500 and had to repay $610. How much interest was she charged? Okay, she paid $610. How much did she borrow? $500. Okay, so what are we doing? Subtract. 610 minus 500 is what? $110. That's how much interest she was charged. All right, last one. Nathan turned his charged $100 interest for a loan of Nathan was charged $100 interest for a loan of $1,000 for 1 year. What was his rate of interest? So they give you the interest there. Interest is 100. The loan was for $1,000 for a year. So 1,000 divided by 100. Well, if we remember, 8% got us $80. What we get us 100. 10%, okay? Hopefully you got that. 10% was his rate of interest. All right, very good. All right, so I'm gonna put that one up. Okay, so installment buying. One last one on the board, and then we'll do the example in the book. Okay, so if you borrowed $7,500 at 9 3/4% for 6 months. Okay, so what's our formula again? I equals what? Principal times rate times time, okay? Principal is what? 7,500 times what changes to a decimal? 3/4 is what? 0.75, so then it would be 0.0975. And then 6 months is 1/2 or 0.05. So let's cut 7,500 in half. That'll be our first thing. So we're going to times it by 0.05 will be the easiest. Okay, 0, 0, 25, carry the 2. 5 times 7 is 35, plus 2 is 37. Something is not right. Oh, it wouldn't be 0.05, it would just be 0.5. That's why. Okay, sorry. So I made that mistake. So it's 3,750. I knew it had to be more than 375. So that's what I did. And then, so then we've multiplied the 1/2. So we can just multiply by 0.0975 to get our interest, okay? So this will be the amount. So 3,750 times 0.0975. 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 5 is 25. Carry the 2, 37. 5 times 3 plus 3 is 18. Drop a 0. 7 times 0 is 0. 7 times 5 is 35. Carry the 3. 7 times 7 is 49. Plus 3 is 52. Carry a 5. 3 times 7 is 21. Plus 5 is 26. Drop 2 zeros. And then 9 times 0. 9 times 5 is 45. Carry the 4. 9 times 7 is 63 plus 4 is 67. Carry the 6. 9 times 3 is 27 plus 6 is 33. Okay? Make sure that you have all of that lined up correctly so that you don't make any errors when you're adding. 0 at the end, 5. 7 plus 5 is 12. Carry a 1. 8 plus 2 is 10, plus 1 and 5 is 16. 1 plus 1 is 2, plus 6 is 8, plus 7 is 15, carry a 1. 3 plus 3 is 6, and then you have a 3 at the bottom, okay? How many decimal places did we have at the beginning? 4, right? Because 0.0975 has 4 numbers after the decimal, right? So we move our decimal 4 places in, it's between a 5 and a 6, so it would be 365.625. Let's round that. So 5, does that make the 2 go up or stay the same? Goes up to what? A 3, okay. So $365.63 is the interest for this for 6 months, okay? That's the easiest way to do that one. And so we want to make sure that we're making or working those problems out in the easiest way for us. On the example in the book you see there, Scott Cantrell bought a car that cost $16,900. So this is the installment buying. This is how these are going to be how some of these are going to be written. He put $5,000 down and agreed to pay $350 each month for the next 4 years. How much interest did he pay? So first of all, we have to find out how much he paid to begin with, okay? So he put $5,000 down. So, and then he paid $350 a month for 4 years. Okay, so how many months are in 4 years? How many months are in 1 year? 12. So 12 times 4 is what? 48. Okay, so he put 350 times 48. Okay, so this is what they did on your paper. 350 times 48, 2,800. And 1,400, okay? They added that together. Got 16,800, okay? We need to add 16,800 plus 5,000 because he put that down first, right? 21,800. How much was the car to begin with? 16,900. So we're going to take 21,800 and subtract 16,900. Okay. So 0, 0, right? And then 18 minus 9 is 9. We have to borrow here, make it 11, and then drop it down to a 10. 10 minus 6 is 4. And then borrow that last one. So he paid $4,900 in interest. He almost paid $5,000 in interest. Okay? He almost paid the full amount of the car by the end of the 4 years. Had he taken a couple of years and set that money aside, he could have had $16,900 set aside that he could have walked in and said, here's the money for my car. Okay, so that's how the installment buying works, and how you can work that to your advantage. Now, if it's necessary to use the installment plan, be sure the payments are affordable. Be sure that you can pay them. Otherwise, you're just getting yourself into a mess. Be sure the payment is made on time. If for some unexpected reason, such as serious illness, the payment cannot be made, contact the company to whom the money is owed and ask for an extension on the bill. They can usually work with you if you talk to them. They can't work with you if you don't say anything, right? They don't know what's going on. They just know that you missed a payment. So if it's unavoidable, then this is how to handle it. But it is much wiser to save your money, but it is to know how to do this and how a bank would do this, or a car dealership, to know what you might be getting yourself into, or what someone you know gets themselves into, so you can help them make that wise choice, okay? So let's look at story problem A, and I'm gonna help you with story problem A, and then I'm gonna give you what to do on these pages, okay? Grace Allen borrowed $100 from a loan company for 12 months, okay? She signed a note to repay the loan at $10 per month. How much interest did she have to pay? Okay, so she paid $10 a month for 12 months. So how much did she actually pay? What is 12 times 10? $120, right? How much was the loan for? 100. 120 minus 100 is how much? $20. So she paid $20 in interest, okay? So in that case, it wasn't quite so bad, but in the case of this guy, paid almost $5,000 more than he needed to, okay? So you see that sometimes it's paying a lot more than you need to. All right, so $20 interest is what you're gonna write for that. So read these carefully. Use your cubes method to figure these things out. Sometimes, especially with these ones, they'll give you extra information that you don't really need. Okay, so find the numbers and the information in these word problems that you absolutely need to solve the problem. Answer the question, okay? Make sure that you're answering the question. Make sure that you label it. So if it's interest, or how much it's owed, or the balance, something like that. If it's just how much they paid, you can just do that in dollar amount, that's fine. All right, so I'm gonna have you do all of those. I did A with you. And then turning it over on the simple interest, I want you to pick 2 of them to do. And then solve for X, pick 3 of them, okay? Okay, and then the review section, go ahead and do 4 and 5, both of those. And then for section 6, pick 3 of them to do. And then don't worry about the homework. You can just put a little X next to it, or just a line through it, cross it out. But you don't have to worry about that homework today. And then you can just do this page. And if you have questions, please let me know. I'm always here to answer your questions. And 8 days left to go. So keep pushing to the end, and we'll see you in the next lesson.